They say college life is the best part of your life. But where are you gonna spend your college life at? Here in the University of San Jose Recoletos, you can feel at home. Here, you're not just a student, you're family.
Studying for your bachelor's degree has never been more fun, right? With the memories that you'll surely make with your best friends along the way.
And the winner is contestant number 4.
You can make your college life the best part of your life here at the University of San Jose Recoletos.
We inspire, and that's not all. We believe in quality Christian community-oriented education. We transform our lives and transform others. Here at USJ-R, we have over 12 colleges and departments. We have a diverse range of students coming from different parts of the country and the world.
Now you know where you're going to spend your college life at, but what's going to be the best degree program for you?
The College of Engineering offers high-quality training and high-tech facilities. So, if you're looking for a stable engineering career after graduation, it's easy at USJ-R.
Wow! The College of Information, Computer and Communication Technology has innovativeness at heart, with its students winning national awards for the best smartphone apps. The future is truly now at CICCP.
The College of Nursing is equipped with advanced facilities to give you a feel of the real world. The service-oriented trainees in USJ-R make our nursing graduates in demand.
Education graduates from USJ-R go on to impact and positive changes in the society. You too can soon make an important difference to the lives of your future students.
Discover new horizons in the different fields of knowledge and maximize your skills in communication in the College of Arts and Sciences.
USJ-R's College of Commerce leads by example by consistently producing top-notchers in board exams. With high-quality training, your keen sense of good business practices will help you become successful in the business industry.
But it's definitely more fun in USJ-R because there's so much more that you can do. And get a scholarship doing what you love.
Whether you're in engineering or nursing, you can still have time for your favorite hobbies. You can dance, sing, write, and serve, and become an athlete. You also get scholarships if your grades meet the requirements. USJ-R also offers the Reed Scholarships for working students.
Because in USJ-R, we believe in our values to inspire others in the face of adversity. We put God in the center of everything that we do by helping others and answering the call to serve, by being thoughtful and truthful in the things we do, by going beyond our limitations, and by being the best versions of ourselves for the best of our community.
In USJ-R, college life is more than just studying.
It's definitely going to be the best part of your life.
Because in USJ-R, we
inspire. Adelante!
minutes. We will begin at exactly 7:15. Please stand by. any QR scanner that will be for our session this evening. That's one requirement by one of our speakers. So if you may, while waiting, please download a QR scanner from the Play Store. Yes. Session of the second edition of the COE Learner at Home webinar series. Yes, this is the second edition, and we would like to thank the people who have been with us since the beginning of this webinar series. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for all our viewers. And I would also like to invite all of you to like our YouTube channel. Yes, and thank you for our subscribers. Before we begin, I would let us pray all together, and let's feel the presence of the Lord as we all do the sign of the cross. In Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Lord and Father of all, thank you for today. Thank you for ways in which you provide for us all. For your protection and love, we thank you. Help us to focus our hearts and minds now on what we are about to learn. Inspire us by your Holy Spirit as we listen to our speakers tonight. Guide us by your eternal light as we discover more about the beautiful world that you have built for us. We ask all this in the name of Jesus. Amen. Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is the third session of the second edition, as what I have said earlier, and I am very happy to announce to all of you that we have highly esteemed speakers for tonight. Again, for tonight, we will be having technology tools for boosting student engagement in PE classes and social media management tools as well. To open this evening, I would like to call one of our professors in the College of Education, Mrs. Leia May Ladonga. Good evening, Ma'am Leia.
Yeah, good evening to the Dean of the College of Education of the University of San Jose Recoletos, Dr. Gistoni P. Babia, the chairs of the departments, Mr. Ayunel J. Tirogo, Ms. Jennifer Aganas, and Dr. Eva Divina Gracia, to our highly esteemed experts and speakers, Mr. John Nico Kuyoka and Mr. Montano Tapanan Jr., and to all of us here present via Zoom, via Facebook Live, and also YouTube. A pleasant evening to one and all. The Learn at Home webinar series conducted by the College of Education of the University of San Jose Recoletos have become an eye-opener for all of our interests to be able to learn something new in this new normal phase of our personal and professional lives. With this in mind, I pray that we all learn new technology tools that are very relevant and responsive for boosting our engagement with the students in the physical education classes. Yes, physical education is possible despite the lack of face to face interaction with our students because physical education is indeed one essential component for us to be able to grow holistically. The second talk would also share to us would on the effect of social media in our lives these days. Particularly, our speaker will try to share to us different social media management tools that will enable us not just to comment, post, or make our reactions on the different social media platforms, but make this social media as avenues for all of us to be productive in the confines of our homes. With that, and I'm not going to hold you for long, allow me to give you this last statement. We need to embrace technology in order for us to make our learning more engaging so that our students will become interested. With that, we will also try to consider that learning doesn't take place if there's no interest or interaction. Thank you all very much and good evening.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Leia. Indeed, the topics that we have for tonight are all very timely because for this week we also started our online classes. And I think as an educator, the tools that will be introduced to us tonight by our speakers will really be very helpful and it will make our online classes more interesting. And for the rationale of this evening's affair also, and for tonight, to give us the rationale, I would like to call one of our professors from the physical education department, who's also very handsome, Mr. Benedict Candia. Hello, Sir Ben. Good evening.
Hi, good evening, Mrs. Chinny. Welcome to the USJ-R College of Education webinar series with the theme Reinventing and Innovating and Learning Paradigms in the New Normal. For everyone's knowledge and attention, the host, University of San Jose Recoletos College of Education, is located in Cebu City, Philippines, and is recognized by the Commission on Higher Education as the Center of Excellence in Teacher Education in the region. We thank you for your enormous response and participation to our previous webinar series that inspired us to continue to share our gifts and expertise for those who want to learn at the comforts of their home. We gathered around 5,000 views to 7,000 and 7,400 views to 16,000 views and even as far as 37,000 views to prove that we have been connecting to you with all this learning opportunity. Hence, aside from learning at home, you will also be receiving several perks for joining the series. First, is you acquire new learning in the comforts of your home. Second, you can share them in your respective learning groups. Third, you receive a certificate of participation for every topic that you have attended. And lastly, you will also receive a certificate of completion once you finish the 4 webinar series for the month. I'm sure that all of you are excited for our session tonight. So sit back, relax, and have fun while learning. Adelante.
Thank you so much, Sir Ben. Thank you so much. Now, before we begin with our sessions, I would like first to emphasize very important house rules. And so, please observe the following house rules that we have set for our webinar series this evening. First, please make sure to keep your microphones mute at all times unless you are asked to unmute it. Second, it is recommended that you also keep your webcams off so that we will be having a lighter traffic in our webinar. Questions will be entertained only during the open forum, which will be done after all the talks, after both our sessions this evening. And lastly, if you have questions, please leave your comments in the USJ-R COE hallway live video, or you may also chat your questions if you are using Zoom. As much as we would like to entertain and accommodate all your questions, we will only be choosing probably 2 questions for tonight. However, rest assured, we will be answering all your queries. Just send a message via our COE hallway page. Okay. And again, we are live via Facebook Live. Hello, everyone. If you are watching via Facebook Live, please hit like, or a heart would be better. And if you're with us through Zoom, probably you can use the applause button or any reaction so that I can see that you're with me and that you're ready for tonight's very meaningful sessions. I'd like to see hearts. Yes, I can see. Thank you so much. And we will be having our first speaker for this evening. I don't want to keep you waiting. So I think that our first speaker is ready for tonight. Our first speaker, ladies and gentlemen, is a graduate of Master of Arts in Teaching Human Kinetics. Currently, he is the director of the USJ-R COE LEPT Review Program, and he is one of the faculty members of the USJ-R Physical Education Department. And of course, he is our artistic director and choreographer of our amazingly beautiful Adelante dance troupe. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I'd like to introduce Mr. Montano Tapanan Jr. Good evening, Sir Montano.
Thank you so much, Madam Chini. And hello there, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to our session to be able to explore more on various technology tools in teaching or in learning physical education courses despite of this pandemic. The integration of technology to education is not a new thing to us, but maximizing the use of technology this time through our flexible and distance learning is the must. Let me share with you the various assessment tools for physical education in order to achieve the end goal of learning in general. Okay, so let us now jump into my first technology tool. All right. And welcome to my example of virtual physical education class, or VPE. Actually here, all my activities are here with the use of Google Slides Hyperlink. And in order to add color and more engaging to part of my students, I'm using Bitmoji app because you can create your own avatar. You may customize it, the clothes, the physical appearance, and the list goes on. And for my students, all they're gonna do is to follow the steps here. Let me show you. For my students, step 1 for the attendance, all they're gonna do is to log in. Step 2 is my introduction, leading to the activity proper, this one, and lastly would be my conclusion. Now, if my students have the QR scanner, all they're gonna do is to scan this code here, and then it will go directly to my attendance using Google Forms. If not, they're going to click here, step 1 login. Let me show you. And then this is my attendance. All they're gonna do is to write down their last name, first name, and the sched, and the class number. If you want to check the responses of your students, so I have here the responses. So it's very easy to navigate, and then for the purpose of this session, I have here the names. And also, there's more. If you want to check the date and the time that you were able to log in, I have here the logo of Google Sheets. And then just click this one, and then it will go directly to the sheets. So as you can see here, there is a timestamp, the date here, and then the time that you were able to log in. And then on my right side here, there's a class number. You may also sort this one out. Click here and then go to data and sort and then automatically it will be arranged according to class number. Okay, all right. So let me go now to my step number 2. Actually, this is my introduction leading to my activity proper, and I'm using Newsella app. Probably the best resource program because of highly engaging article, especially in physical education. So my students would read an article because aside we always develop the skills of our students, we also give them greater emphasis in health education despite all this pandemic. So, like the example, what will be the benefits of exercise, the importance of it, why we need to exercise, and the list goes on. And now, as a PE teacher, it's very important also to be engaged and to be part of the activity. So, let me show you how to navigate Newsella. And if you want to use Newsella, you may go to newsella.com. So, as you can see here, this is the article for my students to read. Okay? And then after reading this article, I have here an attachment for my students to comply here on my upper right, activities to comply, and I have here for in order to develop reading comprehension of my students, because according to research, our country is at the bottom part in terms of reading comprehension. And what's good about this program, you can edit the text here. So they're going to write a short paragraph that explains the central idea of the article. And there's more. They're going to take a short quiz here. Okay, all right. And if you're going to ask me how to share this one to your students, so here there is a share button here. Click this one, and then you may share this one to your Google Classroom, your email, Facebook. So just click this one, and if there's more about this application, I have here the binder. So you can view here the assignments for your students who are able to log in your activity or your lesson, and activity feed. So you will see a lot of your students, those who join or doing your activities. Okay? Then if you're going to ask me how to sync all your classes from Google Classroom, if you're using .lms, to click here, go to settings. Okay. And then have here the profile, the account and classes. So click here classes. And then if you want to sync now, so click sync now. And then you're gonna choose here your classes to sync in. For example, this one. And then just scroll it down here and then sync selected classes. So it will take you less than a minute to sync in all your classes. Okay. Next step is my activity proper. So for my students, all they're gonna do is to click these Bitmoji apps here. For example, I'm going to click this one, and then it will go directly to my video using YouTube. So here, for my video, all instructions are here, the benefits of the exercise, and then my students will be the one to conduct this activity together with their friends and then their family. Okay, all right. And then my step number 4 would be with the use of Flipgrid. So it's a very amazing tool, and then for online learning and physical education, and incredibly a dynamic platform in which students can access content and respond to a short video in a meaningful way. So there's a perfect tool for remote learning. So let me click this one. So I will show you an example of my class using Flipgrid. So let me log in here. Later, I'm going to show you how to create an account, how to make a grid for your class, and then how to make a lesson. So this is just an example here. As you can see, these are my essential questions to my students. And I also here an attachment. And then if your students are ready to take a video in answering your questions, so he or she may click here the bottom green logo. So I will show you an example of one of my students doing the activity. Okay, so It's really amazing tool for our students. So we're trying to develop skills, communication skills to our students, at the same time confidence. But if you want to reply to your student in a form of a video, just click this one here, reply, and then it will be easy for you to navigate. And then you click. Okay, there's something wrong. There's something wrong here. You may click this button here, and then okay, something's wrong with the camera. Let me go on with the Flipgrid. Later, I'm going to show you how to create a grid and how to make a class. Okay, so this is Flipgrid. And actually, there's a lot more about my virtual physical education. So I have here an attachment, video attachment for my students if they want to do the rewind or to recall how to navigate my VPE or virtual class. Let me show you. As you can see, I'm using my webcam, the screen of my laptop, to record my instructional video. So in physical education, instructional videos are very important because we are going to teach a lot of skills to our students. Also, this can be used if we're going to give feedbacks and then demonstrations. So perhaps it's very useful to all of us. Okay, and as you can see, you may also change or relocate your webcam from right side or to your upper part or left side. Okay, so actually, I'm using an application which is, the name of the application is Screencastify. Okay, so it's an easy to use tool that saves many steps. And then these are the uses of Screencastify in terms of demonstration of a skill, explanation of an activity, learners' feedback, making instructional videos, and explanation of student performances. How to set up Screencastify? It's very easy. Click on extension. Wait, for this one. Link your Google account, set up your webcam and microphone, and allow permissions. How to record your first video? Let me show you. This one first. And then I have here my extension of Screencastify here. Just click that one. And there are a lot of options in recording your video. So the one that I gave you, I'm using a desktop. So this is a perfect tool if you're going to use multiple tabs. But if you want to focus only to one tab, you may use browser tab or a video using webcam. So you are only given 5-minute limit per video. And perhaps in a month, you're only allowed to use 50 recording videos. Okay? So let me show you how to record Screencastify. Okay. We go back again. Failed to start recording. Please restart the computer. Something's wrong with my connection. But for a while, if you're going to add Screencastify as your extension, let me show you. So just click the bottom here, Google Chrome, and then go to more tools. Click extensions, and then you click here. Then after that, open Chrome Web Store, the bottom part here, and then it will go directly to the different apps. But you need to type first Screencastify. Okay, this one. Then after that, click this icon here to be added as your Google Chrome extension. Okay. Later, I'm going to show you how to record a video because there's something wrong with my connection here. Okay. Still failed. Okay, let me continue. We'll go back this tool later. Okay. Because I have a lot of tools to share. Go back here. Now, next tool that I'm going to share with you, if you want 100% engagement to your students, this is an amazing tool for you. So this is Perdeck. Perdeck is a way to turn your presentation slides into interactive activities for your students. It helps you engage every student in every seat and give formative assessments no matter what grade or subject you teach. Well, things you can do using Perdeck. You can use follow-up activities, you can give feedback, you can create different form of assessments, add interactive slides, and you can use classroom climate. Okay. How to create an account? Simply go to perdeck.com, choose the type of account. You'll be asked to get Perdeck access, then click authorize, and you are ready to go. How to get Perdeck add-ons? Let me show you how to get Perdeck add-ons. So I have here my example of my interactive slides using Perdeck. Okay, so if you want to get add-ons for Perdeck, click add-ons, then you get add-ons. After that is, we're going to click this one here. This is Perdeck. So just simply click and it will add as your add-on in your Google Slides. Then if you want to open it, click add-ons again, then open Perdeck add-on. Okay, there. So in Perdeck, there are a lot of options. If you're going to ask a question to your students. So here, examples, it could be in the form of a text, a choice, a number, a website, draw, or draggable. So if you want also to check the library of Perdeck, you can also click here. And then a lot of options from beginning of lesson, during lesson, and end of lesson. All right. Now, we're going to start a lesson. So if you are with you, your cell phones, your iPad, please join our Perdeck here. So I'll be giving you the code and please join if you have extra gadgets there. So please join me so that you will know how to navigate this one as a student. Hope the internet will cooperate this activity. Let me. Okay, so the URL, please type joinpd.com and then you'll be asked by a code. So this is the code ENGFT. So again, please type joinpd.com and then the code is ENGFT. So you'll be asked to sign your Google account. So just sign your Google account there. Okay, so I'll be waiting so that you will know how to navigate as a student using Perdeck. Stop. Let me proceed. So in my upper right here, this is the code. So again, ENGFT. If you're able to join, I can show you. This is my first interactive slides here. So if you want to draw at least two equipment that you always use in playing games or sports. You can check the work of your students. Okay, I have here one student here, but you can also change this one to a grid layout. Let me go back again. So please join, please type joinpd.com and then you type this code here on my upper right. ENGFT. I have only 2 students. Okay, there. I have 3 and I have 4. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Okay. I have 5 students. And if you want to add additional interactive slides, you may click here, New Prompt. Okay, so as you can see here, a lot of choices here. The beginning of class, during class, and end of class. Okay, let me proceed to my next slide of product. Close window here. Next slide will be this one. This is just a simple example of an interactive slide. Viewpoints. Stop my video. Okay, then if you want to show the responses of the students, click here, show responses here. So far I have, a lot of students. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Okay, let me hide this one. And lastly, this could be in a form of a text. Value that to how you are feeling. So these are just few examples that I'm using my interactive slides here further. But if you want to lock the screen, so you may lock this one here. Okay, may again show my responses. Happy, shalala, I'm good, keep going. Okay, thank you so much for your responses. Okay, so let me go back to my first slide, my first interactive slide. Okay, I have a lot of responses. Thank you so much for your cooperation. Let me proceed to my next slide because I have a lot of tools to share. Okay, let me hide responses here. Okay, there. Let me delete this one first. Okay, it's product. Let me go back. And then there. Next tool that I'm going to share with you is the one that I shared to you. This is Flipgrid. It's a social learning platform that allows educators to ask a question, then the students respond in a video. So I'm going to share with you how to create an account, create a grid for your class, create a topic, share your topic, and then how to create an account. Simply go to flipgrid.com, click on educator sign up, select login with Google, and then fill out the account form. When you are done, you are ready to go. So create an account, and let me show you how to create a grid using this program. Okay. Let me delete some. Okay, all right. So if you want to add new grid or add new class, just click add new grid. Okay. So if you are done creating a grid, and then it's time for you to create a new topic. So add new topic here. But let me show you an example of my topic. Okay. So here, click actions, and then edit topic. So you type here the title of your lesson or your topic, and then you have here, you're going to write down what will be your activity. You may also use a link or a video as your centerpiece of your lesson. Then here is the recording time, if how many minutes for the students to record a video, and then focus. You may also delete this one, and then you make another video. Okay, so I'm going to click this one, and then this is an example of a video to give examples to your students. So here you may also add a text. So a lot of options here. Let me choose typewriter. You may write anything. Just an example. Good morning. Okay, you put it up. You may also filter the background. Have here pixels, black and white, or blue, and we also add stickers. Example, this one. You put it here, and then if you are ready to record, so it's time for you to click this button here. Okay, all right. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to our physical education class. And as you can see, I have a lot of activities for you. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And we stop this one just for the purpose of this session, and then go next. There you are. Hello, everyone. Good evening. Welcome to our. You may also crop or edit your video. Then, if you want to add more, click add more, and then click next. Then, before you're going to submit that one, first. Okay, there you are. And then next, then it will be saved and then to your focus or your example video to your students. Okay, click here complete, and then they can view this one. Okay, for your students. I have also here, once you are done with that, topic tip, some attachments for videos or a link to your students here. And then if you want to add a criteria or rubric to your students, you may also add a click feedback, this one, and then add criteria. Okay, so once you are done, update your topic, and then you send this one to your students. How to send this one? Click here, share button here, and then there are a lot of options here. It could be embedded, Google Classroom, or you copy the link. Okay, that is about Flipgrid. Let me now proceed to my next technology tool. So after Flipgrid, is I have here QR codes. Actually, I was blown by the different uses of QR codes. It could be a link to a YouTube, a link to a document, a link to a website, and a lot more. Okay? So, by the way, when I say QR, this is quick response. So I'm going to share with you how to apply QR codes in physical education. Okay? Before that, let's have a game. This game is called Scan Me. So these are mechanics in the game. So mechanics would be participants with a QR scanner can play this game. Scan the code shown in your screen. 3 QR codes will be presented and you may answer it in any order. The first participant who can give me the information and the codes given will receive a reward. So just give your comments in the chat box of FB Live or Zoom. One participant in Zoom and FB Live will receive a reward through GCash. So we'll be giving 100 pesos of load through GCash. Okay, so be ready now with your cell phones, iPads, tablets. Are we ready? Ma'am Chin, please help me to identify our winners for this game.
Okay, Sir Mons, noted.
Thank you so much. Are you ready? Okay, let's start now. Let's play. In any order, you can write your answers. We'll inform you the winners of this game later after my session. So last 10 seconds. Show you the winner. Okay, all right. So the answers for the QR codes are the following. Number 1 is USJ-R Hallway. So please do like our page here, USJ-R Hallway, so that it will be updated with the new details or our upcoming webinars. Okay? And on the other hand is our YouTube video named Sustaining Active Lifestyle at Home. Okay, so these are the answers for the QR code information. Okay, thank you so much for your cooperation. Later, we are going to announce the winners of this game. Okay, now we proceed. how to apply QR code in physical education. So I have here an example. So I made QR sports skill poster for overhand pass in skill mastery. So the concept of this QR poster is that if my students have the difficulty in terms of the interpretation of the skills, in terms of skill breakdown, all they're gonna do is to scan this code here. Scan the code and watch videos of overhand pass and skill breakdown. But if or he or she needs more videos, so he or she may scan in this low bottom part here, the codes. Okay, so this is my example on how to apply QR codes in physical education. Another example, let's go to health education. So if you want to learn how many calories you burn every day, just scan this code here. So in terms of TDEE. So this is not only for our students, but this is to everyone. Let me show you this website here. We go to TDEE.net. Go to Imperial. Like for example here, my age is 31, weight is 100 pounds. I'm actually 5'9". 5'9". Then my activity is light exercise. So this is optional, the body fat percentage, and then calculate. Okay, there you are. Calories burned every day is per day is 1,924. Per week is 13,465. As you can see here in this right side, my BMI is 14.8 and I am classified as underweight. Oh my God. So scroll down and you can also see the tracking tools for your guide. I have here the food scale, bathroom scale, and then fitness pal. So why don't you try it now and then see how many calories you need to burn every day and then every week. Just what you're gonna do is to explore and then scroll down to check your BMI, your weight, and then your ideal weight, etc. Okay, hope this could help. Let me proceed now to the next tool. Okay, how to create QR code. Let me show you how to create this one. You're going to ask me how to create. You only have your QR scanner. Actually, there are a lot of ways. You can use Unitag, you can use QR Zapper, but for me, I'm using Generator using Google Chrome extension. So let me show you how to create. You may also add this one as your extension here. Go to more tools again. Go to extensions, click that one, and then click here extensions. And then open Chrome Web Store here. Just type QR scanner. Set. And then I'm using quick QR code generator. So click this one and then it will add as your extension. Now, I'm going to give you an example. So if you are done installing this one, you can see here, I have here a logo of a QR generator. Click that one. And then I want to have a link with the use of my exam. For example, here, let me go to lab exams. And then click this exam here. And then you get the shareable link. So click that one. And then copy the link. And then done. Go back to your QR generator. And then please give me a yes if you're able to scan this one and then you're able to open the exam. Let me give you an example. I'm going to click this one here. I'm going to use my scanner. Let me click this one. Okay, all right. So here, as you can see, oh, Ma'am Chin. And if you want also to use multiple codes here, you may also click this bolt if you want to create 2 or more codes. If you're going to assign codes to each of your students. Okay, so this is an example on how to create your code. Now, next tool that I'm going to share. So perhaps this is also useful during online teaching in physical education. Okay, now, next tool that I'm going to share with you is PFT. So it is very important to check the level of fitness of our students, but I'm not here to teach you on how to execute the steps, the procedures, because we already know that one. Let me show you an example of automated template in PFT. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, wait. Okay. So this is an example of automated screen using PFT. So I have here the name, the level, the gender, the birthday, height. Like for example, if I'm going to change my weight here, 30 kilograms to 50, and then automatically it will identify the norm. So from underweight to normal weight. Then the height, if you forgot your height to meters, on my right side here, there is a converter. So if your height is 5'9", so type 5'9", then you can see your height in meters. Then you type here 1.75. Okay, that one. Then in terms of the test, all you're gonna do is to type your score. For example, agility, hexagon test. If your score is 5, you type 5 seconds, and then automatically it will identify the norms, the result. If you are excellent, fair, very good, and then the list goes on. Okay? Another example, flexibility. If you got 30, so there, the result is fair. So hope this can help in conducting PFT in today's online learning. Okay? Let me stop my sharing here. Another tool that I'm going to share with you is PARQ. Okay? This one. This is somehow very important to know if who are those students who are able to or not able to join your activities, because if they have some health conditions. So this could somehow very important in conducting this questionnaire to your students. Let me show you my tool, the PARQ questionnaire. So I have here my Google Forms, but I'm going to share with you my reference of the PARQ. As you can see here, this is the questionnaire, and these are the questions for my students to answer. If they say no, then they will go to page 2. If they're going to answer yes to any question, so they're going to go to a reference document. So if they will answer no, they're going to assess their activity, physical activity, and then what's good about this tool is that there is a declaration for the parents to sign. Okay, so for the safety also of the teachers to us. Okay, so hope this can help in terms of physical activity readiness questionnaire to your students. So we are using this one before we're going to conduct different activities to our students, because now we have limited access to the clinic or in the hospital to check if you are physically fit or not. Okay? Now, next tool that I'm going to share with you is This one. Bamboozle. This is an educational game that is played to one device, effective teaching tool, and 100% free to use, and no student accounts needed. So you may divide the house into 2, 3, or 4. As you can see, you can customize it, the color. We show you how to play this game, Bamboozle. Somehow it's very engaging and very exciting to the part of our students. So there's no need for you to create a game. If you like, you may also create one. I have here different examples of games. Let me type sports, like example. So a lot of options here in terms of sports. Let me click this one. So you may hide or show the answers. You can see it's going to show that one to show the answers. If you're ready to play, then click play. So these are the mechanics on how to play. For example, I'm going to have 2 teams. Questions is 6. Going to on the timer, and then I want color for grid, and then no penalty, lose points. Let me click classic. And then you are ready to play. So you're going to ask team 1 what number they're going to answer, what question. So, sir, I want to answer number 6. So click number 6, and then there you are. If we're going to what sport, this is 1, sir, blah, blah, blah. There you are. You got the wrong answer, so you click oops. Okay, that's it. Team 2, what number you would like to answer? Sir, number 4. Okay, there you are. You lose 25 points. And then number 1. That's how you're going to play this game, somehow exciting to your students. And it's only the device of the teacher will be using. Okay, so this is Bamboozle game. Somehow a very engaging and interactive game. Then if you're going to ask me, what are the offline games in teaching PE? So this is the best tool for you. Just type uncw.edu/edgame. So you can use PowerPoint games, Excel games, Word games, or utility timers. Let me show you my example. I'm using this one in my class also. Go to offline. Let me stop this one first. Stop sharing, and then let me go to my template. There. Okay. So share. Okay, there. As you can see, have you seen my slides?
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay, thank you. This is an example of an interactive offline games using a PowerPoint. So let me show you this. This is just like Pinoy Henyo type of game. You're going to guess what's on screen. To show an example, we divide the house into 2, 3, or 4. But in my class, I'm using only 2 teams. Let me click round 1. Louis is thinking about health fitness components. Then if they are ready, click start. Then they are given 30 seconds to answer. So it's like a Pinoy Henyo in which they are going to guess. Got it right, 25 points, view it, accessibility, okay, got it right. And then these are my examples of offline PowerPoint games. And you check the timer here, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up, then back to the board. Okay, so these are just a few examples using offline games in teaching physical education. Okay, now let me share another screen here. Okay. Next example. Wait. Okay, these are the applications using your cell phone. So if you want to give visual feedbacking to your students, you can use this app. This is Coach I in terms of movement analysis. But if you want to create a a program in terms of muscular endurance, in terms of speed, agility, is worth it. That is a best tool for you. But if you want to check number of kilometers you run, the calories burned, so Runkeeper is also an amazing tool to trace your calories and number of kilometers. And lastly would be, I have here my example of hierarchy of technology tools. So if you want to know the tools in terms of remembering, these are the tools. These are the example of tools in terms of understanding, in terms of applying, in terms of analyzing, in terms of evaluating, and in terms of creating. So these are the tools in terms of hierarchy of technology. Okay? Hope you learned something from me. And then let me end my talk by reading the statement. Use creativity to build connection. Use your connection to challenge content. Use content to house more creativity. Okay, that's all for my session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sir Montano, for that very interesting talk. I think I will be using many of the technologies that you have presented to all of us tonight for my online classes. Thank you, Sir Mons. This time, I believe that everyone is ready for our second talk. For the questions and the trivia questions, we'll be having them all later after the second talk. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce to you our second speaker for this evening. He is a dedicated senior high school teacher in the University of San Jose Recoletos and a strong advocate of youth empowerment by championing quality education. He's the current USJ-R Senior High School Math and Research Cluster Head. He has championed the uplifting of quality education through his initiated programs and projects that bring out excellence and quality in education. Aside from teaching, he's actively working with youth organizations, giving leadership programs, youth capacity buildings, mentoring sessions on community development, and free tutorial activities. Besides that, he also has a very outstanding resume. Ladies and gentlemen, he is truly a gem of the USJ-R Senior High School. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. John Nico Koyoka. Hi, sir. Good evening.
Hi, Miss. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud
Yes.
and clear.
All right. So, once again, good evening, everybody, to all who are with us right now in our Zoom and in YouTube. No, first, of course, allow me to thank, and in Facebook, by the way. First, allow me to thank the USJ-R College of Education for bringing all of us tonight together and for giving us the platform to share our thoughts and learn from each other. And tonight is another learning session, and I am very excited because this is something that we can all relate to. As we all know, no, with the pandemic that we have, we are brought together more than ever. We are becoming interconnected more than ever. And social media played a great role in trying to keep us connected. So, in fact, our universities and academic institutions right now are gearing towards education options that would involve the use of social media. Even our school operations right now are becoming more virtual. Our subject evaluation, enrollment, even our promotions, no, and all of the other things are now done being virtually. That means our students, our parents, our stakeholders are now looking up to us, no, and they are trying to reach out to us by the use of social media. And so we can say that with the number of active social media users increasing day by day, then it is safe to say that the fad has become a global standard. And so that's why tonight, this is very interesting because I will be sharing to you some global and local situationers of our digital world. And I think no more than ever right now, as teachers, as educators, we need to make use of the power of social media to promote our programs, to promote our activities, to inform more, to persuade more, no, and to teach more. And so I will be sharing to you some insights and learnings as well regarding to that. And maybe we have teachers here or our listeners, no, our viewers in Facebook who are selling some products, no, or services online, and you are trying to think of maybe establishing already your social media plan right now. I hope that I will be able to share something with you tonight. And so welcome on my session on the drivers of social media management, thinking beyond status updates and tweets. Let me start you by giving to you the digital 2020. So Hootsuite and We Are Social just released last January 2020 the data, trends, and insights that we need to help us understand how people use the internet and consume social media. So when we go to our 2020 global headlines, and take note of this is a very recent statistics in terms of our digital world, no? We are currently 7.75 billion people in the entire world. And amazingly, as you can see in numbers, 4.54 billion are internet users, while 3.8 billion are active social media users. So as you can see, the penetration of active social media users is 49%, no, out of the total population that we have. And this is 9.2% higher, no, than the last year. So can you imagine every year, the number of active social media users are increasing. Just this year, no, it increased to 321 million than last year. So grabe kayo ang power nga naa sa social media, especially that there are many people, no, who are very active on it. So when we try to look at the world's most used social media platforms, I believe, no, we all can agree to this. Facebook is leading, followed by YouTube. And I guess that would somehow give to us the idea why, for example, this webinar is being brought to us, no, by YouTube or Facebook. For example, we are in Facebook Live. So it brought all of us together right now, no, in a single space. And that's how powerful social media is. When we try to look at here in our local setting in the Philippines, we are 108.8 million Filipinos. And can you imagine, no? We have 73 million people who are internet users and active social media users. So bisag mo ingon ta nga, there are still so many people who are not reached by the internet. But of course, try to imagine that the penetration, no, of our internet users and active social media users is more than 50%. No? It's 67%. And it's 8.6% higher than that of April 2019. So from April 2019, there's an increase, no, of 5.8 million. Also, in terms of the average daily time that internet users are spending, no, using the internet, it's 9 hours and 45 minutes daily, average time daily. And in using social media, okay, we spent 3 hours and 53 minutes average time daily. Can you imagine? Maybe some of us right now, no, are having more screen time using social media than sleep. 4 hours, that's really a huge amount of time we spent in using social media. So therefore, in social media use, we have the top 5 most used social media platforms. And I believe, no, this is very familiar to everybody. Facebook leading. Number 2 is YouTube. Second, FB Messenger, Instagram, and Twitter. No, these are the top 5 social media platforms that we have. In Facebook alone, try to look at the audience overview. No, so the number of people that Facebook reports can be reached, no, with an advertisement on Facebook is 70 million people. Okay, take note of that, no? With the hashtag that you make use in Facebook, with the advertisement that you post on Facebook, that can reach up to 70 million people. And so we won't be surprised right now if maybe let's just put this into the context of academic institutions. Schools right now are really investing into creating their own social media pages, social media network, no? In Facebook primarily. We have already our social media pages. Like for example, in our own, no, in USJ-R Senior High School, we just started our Facebook page last February. And for that months that we are visible online, there's an increase, no, in terms of our audience. At some point, I think even if wala nahitabo si COVID, even without the pandemic, I do believe that social media can really be maximized in terms of our information dissemination, in terms of promotion, that we need to do really, we need to maximize social media. But remember that Facebook isn't the only tool that we can use, no? Instagram can actually reach to 11 million people. Twitter can reach to 6.63 million people. And by the way, guys, if your students are very active in Facebook, I'll tell you, no, these students are also very much active on Twitter. I have been very active on Twitter even before I became a teacher. So since I'm a communication student, I'm a graduate of mass communication, I have been very active on Twitter as well. And I use Twitter as a platform further to enhance my advocacy. So my Twitter there, you can see all my engagements. And so I made it public. I can see the increase, no, in terms of follower when I started become a teacher, the influence of a teacher. And so a post in Twitter can reach really also to many people. And our students are very active on Twitter. That is why for your schools right now, for your institutions, I would suggest that we also have some, we also make use, no, of the platform, of this platform, Twitter. And so also these are the top 20 YouTube search queries in 2019. Oh, maybe your favorite movies there or TV series are here. Take note, Kadenang Ginto. No? Kadenang Ginto is at number 3 of our YouTube search queries. Grabe day ang pagka-famous sa Kadenang Ginto. No? That explains the views that Kadenang Ginto really has. So these are our top YouTube search queries. So when you try to look at it, most companies, no, organizations, and academic institutions are now investing in social media. They now have social media presence. And because of the pandemic, okay, schools right now, okay, don't just have only their institutional Facebook pages, no, or social media pages. Offices right now, colleges, departments are now really into social media. Okay, and take note, no, with the quarantine that we have, we are all familiar and we were able to witness the emergence of online communities in Facebook. Let's Eat By, kinsa dire ang nakapalit og pagkaon sa Let's Eat By, or maybe, no, with Cebu Barter Community, maybe in our Zoom viewers. So if naka-barter mo or naka-like mo sa Zoom and Let's Eat By, can you give me a thumbs up? Okay, if you are familiar with the Cebu Barter Community or familiar with Let's Eat By, so we can really say, you know, that we are becoming really virtual right now. And so the question is, right now, let's try to assume that you're part of the 95% of the organizations and companies out there. No? You belong in your school, you're a teacher or you're a student, or maybe you have your own business, online business, and you want to do social media. Okay? And it's not just enough, no, that you just want it. Ano man, you need to do social media really, I'll tell you. I've given you the statistics, I've given you the power in numbers of social media. And now maybe the question is, you do not know where to start. Or maybe you are already starting, but you want to make your social media plan, no? Social media strategy. Maybe you have already your page in school, but you do not know where to start. And so, let me tell you the first rule in social media marketing. Okay, what's the first rule? The first rule is that it is always changing. Social media marketing is changing at times, no? What is effective right now for this week may not be effective already for the next month. What's trending today may not be trending already tomorrow. It is always changing. And you know what's the second rule? The second rule is that it is always changing still, no? Do you know what won't change? What won't change is our nature, human beings, to socialize. Our nature, human beings to network. So therefore, that is always what's in our mind, no? Therefore, we need to look into our social media strategy, and we need to drive, this social media strategy. And tonight, I'll be asking you more of questions. Our first speaker, Mr. Montano, already had given to us a number of tools. And by the way, these tools, are not only applicable, usable for physical education classes, These tools are very much applicable also in a lot of various ways that we can do in social media. Personally, I was able to try the Screencastify. I am making some video tutorials, and that is what I used, Screencastify. So that's a very good tool. So we need to drive, our social media strategy. These are not easy questions I will be asking you, but if you will be able to answer these questions, and then we will be able to make our social media plan self-evident. So are you ready for the questions? Ready na ba? Okay, madungog hapon ko, no? Okay, just to be clear. Okay, very good. So, question number 1. Are you ready? Question na, sir. Wala lagi question mark. Anyway, the question is, okay, the only we. Okay, for online sellers here, for social media managers in your Facebook, for administrators or for teachers, what is that something, that when people hear about it, or when people hear your brand, people hear your school, okay, when people hear about this product or service, okay, they will identify it as you. That is your only you. And this is somehow applicable even to ourself, our personal branding. What is that something that only you? What is that something? And it's very important to ask that question because it will force you, it forces us to figure out why you are unique. It forces you to figure out why you're distinctive. What makes you separate from the rest? What makes you stand out from all the schools that you have? Nga naman, that why your customers love you, why your stakeholders love you, and how you fit into the marketplace. Okay? Nga naman, nga naadyo ka sa marketplace, sa kadaghang naninda og sabon, online selling, ako bago lang kami palit og sabon. Okay. Why is that? Your stakeholders keep coming back. I guess this is the question that we need to ask. By the way, guys, okay, this is the question that's very important. Ngano kaha, nga ang mga tao mubalik yun nato, murag hugot ba, dili man tanang tao good mamiyaay, so dili kita tanan gibiyaan. At some point people come back to us. We try to ask yourselves, so for teachers tanan nato, why do people keep coming back to us? Ngano man sige mo kagpalit sa ako ang gibaligya nga banana queue, ang kadaghan magnamaligya nga banana queue. Why do, despite our tuition fee increase, students still want to enroll to us? We need to ask that. Mubalik man ang tao nato, Is it because they love you? Sana all balikan, sana all love. But let's try to put this into the context of our institutions, Why do our stakeholders keep coming back to us? Is it because they love us? Is it because they emotionally relate to us? Maybe the parents of our students are alumni of our school, so they keep coming back to us despite our some disparity, with other schools in terms of tuition fee or facilities. Ngano nato man gid sila ma-enroll? Or maybe they just have no other choice. Kita ra gid ang nag-offer ani whatsoever. We need to ask these questions because it is only through this question, if it is only our answers to our only way, that we can say that we're ready for the next question. And what is that? Is your organization prepared to publish? Maybe you have your official social media page, social media network, and then you are not publishing any content. And then people are following you. So we need to be ready. We need to be prepared to publish. And preparing for us to publish means, are you ready to take the heat of the negative comments? Because when you are becoming visible in social media, you need to be ready with the negative comments because it will not always be positive. There will always be people who have something to say, but the rule there is we need to listen to them, because they are our clientele. Sila man ato ang if we have parents who constantly murag negative good always ang comment sa tanan natong gipost, we need to deal with those parents with respect, with honesty, with integrity. We need to take the heat of the negative comments. We need to entertain them. At the same time, of course, we need to inform. So if ready na ta, it starts with our motivation ba. After this session, I will volunteer na nga. Ako ang modala sa ang social media page sa school because our programs, our activities need to be shared to the entire world. Kaya, of course, stories that matter need to be shared. Kinahanglan, we need to be visible online. So, here's the question. Ako dyan yung balik-balik ko, nga this is also very much kana siyang pwede good siya magamit sa ato ang even in business, because gabi trending naman kayo ang online selling karon. Here is the business case for Facebook, by the way, in just a sentence. Can you read that? Come waste time with me. Take note that if people are not willing to waste time reading all your posts, reading all your announcements, then therefore they do not trust you. Take into account, I'll use this as an example. As you can see, why do people, the audience, keep coming back at Friday night at 7 p.m. and why do they always try to look at the COE webinar? From time to time, the reach of the views are increasing. Why do these people keep coming back? Maybe I want to ask that to our organizers, to the COE. Kaha na ang mga tao magbalik-balik man sa ato ang webinar? That means they are willing to waste time with you. They are willing to waste time with us. And everybody right now listening to this webinar, that means that you just wasted your time with us. And that is the business case in Facebook. And remember, if you did waste time with us, that means maybe you trust the brand. Maybe you trust USJ-R College of Education that they will be able to provide to you good content. Because no matter maybe how good the graphics are, how good the designs are, if people do not trust your brand, they will not listen to you. They will not react. Maybe they would not waste time to comment. Everybody who actually are wasting time with us, may comment na sila, may share na sila, and that is our business case in Facebook. We need to let people waste time, waste their time with us. And so, this is the 3 P's of social media communications. Push, pull, and profile. Push, pull, and profile. That is how to waste time. This is how to get the trust of people. Remember the first one, push. As social media managers, maybe, as teachers handling our social media networks of our departments, of our schools, social media team, remember that we are the ones pushing out content to the target audience. Our goal here is that before our audience would want to ask us questions, or before they already, we need to give them what they want to hear. Okay, an example. Why is that? Schools right now, with the online enrollment, why are that there are a lot of frequently asked questions posted maybe in our social media pages? The reason there is that sometimes it's not really that students are already asking you. You should not wait for students to ask you these questions. Mona, sometimes we make use of we are one step ahead of our students, one step ahead of our stakeholders, and what they want to hear from us, what they want to see from us, the content that they need to hear, we are already pushing out to them. Example is the frequently asked questions. Ato nang gihuna-huna daan. Unsa kaha ang mga ipangutana nila, So we need to be ready. We need to provide them the frequently asked questions. That's a very good technique and an example. Because our audience, they pull the content on their own initiative. They are our consumers of the content in social media. The followers right now, the viewers in Zoom right now and in Facebook, they are our target audience and they are pulling content on their own initiative. No, we did not force them to watch the webinar to stay up until the second speaker, but it is in their own initiative. And the question here is, how do we maximize the power of our pool strategies? Let me really give to you an example, this webinar of this Learn at Home webinar series of the College of Education, because this is, for me lang a very good platform. No? Number one is that this webinar, for me, provides good content. Because people would not waste time if this is not providing good content. Every week, lahi-lahi ang speakers. That means it refreshes and make it fast. Also, can you maybe for those who are not new sa Zoom karon or sa webinar of the COE, from time to time, even after right after the speaker, okay, the organizers are already ready for the next topic. They already are prepared for the next poster, for the next speaker. That means they make it fast. Even before the viewers ask for the next topic, they already give it to them. And that's how we can optimize for various devices. And that's also how we can invest in visibility. So what they did, they are actually maximizing the power of pool strategies, which help them, develop their corporate image and reputation. Nga naman nga naabot og 30,000 views ang mga previous webinar, because at some point maybe na-establish ang image and reputation. Let me give you an example. In USJ-R Senior High School, our brand promise, our commitment, based from our mission and vision, we have been very resolute in trying to empower potentials. And that has been our hashtag already when we created our brand. This is the commitment, the promise that we want our audience, our students to listen to us. That when they hear the word empowering potentials in action and in values, and then it's USJ-R Senior High School. And that's what image and reputation we want. And we want our stakeholders, parents, to listen to us. Because the number one reason why people don't listen to you is that they are too busy listening to their friends. That means, remember, we have a lot of competitors. For schools, maybe there are a lot of schools offering our programs, offering the strands that we have. Or many people are also selling the same product that we are selling or services. And why is that? People listen to your competitors. Maybe because they trust it more than you. And so our goal here is for us to be trusted. So remember this word 8. What is this 8 means? We need to eat. Wrong grammar siya, kay to eat, dapat to eat, But take note of this 8. First, we need to get the attention of our audience online. And how do you do that? We need to push out content that are relevant. We need to get their trust. And how can we do that? Okay, dapat they consume our content with their own initiative, only if they trust us. And of course, after that, we need to provide them, we need to be engaging to them from time to time. Okay, so we need to have a good mix of our content and tools. I actually give you a background, a situationer, and the reason why we need to do things. Because if we go directly to social media management tools, so we need first to provide good content before we can manage really our social media networks. Kung saan man nang we know how to use the management tools, but our content really are not that outstanding. And so we need to be educated first of how to provide good content. And so here's yes to this. We need to create original content or remix. I'll share to you what we did in USJ-R Senior High School. With the pandemic that we have, as we are planning for our online education, we want to be more inclusive and we want to give more opportunities for our students, especially for those who have limited internet connection. So we already have our goals, So, and these goals, by the way, are not exclusive for USJ-R. Other schools, you could have the same goals that we have right now during this school year. But what we did is that we provided our own original content. And that when they hear the word reach or hashtag reaching for you, they would identify that that is what we want for our students. We want to reach for them. We want to reach for them as we revolutionize our solutions, e-learning solutions, to empower lifelong potentials. That has always been our brand. And so we created our reach framework, no? REACH as our objective. So we created our original content. And from time to time, every time people hear about reaching for you, at some point they can, no, they would say, or they would know, they would identify you as that one, no, as the reaching for you. So that is why it's important for us to reach, no, to create original content. And so how do we manage, no, how do we make or how do we market our content? Here's the 3 M's. Remember the make. Achieve organic growth by regularly creating consistent content. No, maybe the COE webinar would not be this famous, would not be this outstanding if they are not consistent. If we only did this at once, maybe we will not be identified, no, as the college who are actually making use of the tool to continue learning. So we need to be consistent. In senior high school, by the way, as you can see, all our graphics, our theme, no, actually comprises our hashtags. And as you can observe, our color mix, it's always green. It's always the USJ-R color. So when people can see this infographics without our logo and without the name of our school, they would identify that that is USJ-R Senior High School. And that is what it gives to us when we are consistent with our content. Also, we need to be complete. Dili pwede mag-seminar ka, nag-post ka diha sa imong social media, or you have an activity in your school, then you are posting the infographics without the 5 W's. So we need to manage properly our content. And that's why you receive email, you receive confirmation, you were given the feedback that we receive your Zoom registration, and that's how you manage it. You need to give constant feedback. And remember, online sellers, Facebook managers or teachers there, no, we are not selling. We should not sell. Why is that? We should teach. No, we should inform them. We should educate them. We should educate them of what they will lose if they will not enroll in us. No, di ba? Or what they will gain if you become a part of USJ-R Senior High School or College of Education. We are persuading, you are educating, you are not selling. So that is what we mean when you market. You are actually giving a story, no, of how your life would be, what would be your experience if you would enroll in your school. If you would buy my product, what you will be experiencing. These are the narratives of people. So you market. That's how you market. You tell stories. You teach stories, no? And so remember that no matter how good our content are, we also need to use the right tools. For example, not everything that you post on Twitter or not everything you post in Facebook should really be the one posted in Twitter. Or if you have your YouTube account, for example, this webinar, no, this can also be really posted in YouTube. And YouTube could be the right tool as well, no, aside from Facebook Live. And so that's how you look at it. If you have good content, lain po kaayog mag-live ta sa Twitter. Pwede ba? Pwede. Or Instagram, no? Pwede siguro ta mag-Instagram live, but the question there is that, are our target audience in Instagram? And so we need to use our mind, no? What are the right tools wherein I can provide my content? And of course, Facebook Live could be that tool. We need to apply the right tools. And so remember this one. What we are aiming here is not only social media presence. Again, we are not only aiming for social media presence, but we are aiming for social media essence. Social media essence is greater than social media presence. And that should be our goal in Facebook, no? Regardless if nato sa eskwelahan or even maybe in our personal branding, maybe unsaon man ang daghang katag followers and then our posts there are senseless, no? So it's all about social media essence. No, that's how we need to apply it. And so, if you already have the good content and the right tools, you have Facebook, you have Twitter, you have Instagram, maybe you need to be more effective already on how to manage these tools, on how to manage your social media networks. And that is where our social media management tools come in order to make our time productive, in order to be more efficient social media managers, in order to be more effective, we need to make use of social media management tools. Unsa man nga mga tools? For example, Google Drive. This is a tool that would help us save all our files and content and edit it online and interact with other people. Just like in social media, we have management tools that would let us schedule our posts, manage our comments, or also give us our social analytics. And I'll be giving to you one tool that you can use, no? If you really want to invest on social media management tools, Hootsuite. By the way, Hootsuite can be of great use to you. This is one of the most famous, no, very basic tool that we can use. And Hootsuite is a social media platform that can be used, no, in order to manage our social media networks. So if you would visit the dashboard of Hootsuite, pwede dito nga in one screen you can have your Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and you can manage already your social media networks in one dashboard. And so, what is the significance of Hootsuite? Number one, or what are the significance or the relevance of using social media management tools? Number one, it allows us scheduling. It will help us save time by scheduling your social posts. By the way, we need man, diba, social media presence, no, and essence. So we need to be constantly updating. So kung nakabantay mo ka ng mga famous kaayo ng mga social media group right now, for example, no, Sugbo.ph, for example, as you have observed, they have been constantly posting. For a day, maybe they are posting 5 posts. And it doesn't mean that the managers in there are posting real time. Sometimes they are scheduling their posts. Bisan, what if mo schedule ko post alas 10 sa gabi, no, mo post ko alas 10 sa gabi, and then I'm already sleeping at 7 p.m. By using your schedule application or Hootsuite, it can be posted already before. So it will help us save time, no? It will keep our social media presence 24/7. Aside from that, it will also help us monitor, no, our conversations that matter. What do other people are telling about your brand? What do other people telling about your competitors? So for example, you are the owner of a certain business, no, and you have competitors, you know your competitors. You can, by the use of a hashtag, maybe makita nato what other people are telling about your brand, especially if they are posting about it. So we are monitoring. Hootsuite can actually give us and save us time, no, in order to monitor, because it will filter social conversations by keywords and hashtags. And also, very importantly, content curation. No, it manages our social media content with ease. Nga naman, in one dashboard, we can manage all social media networks. And very also importantly, take note of this, katong gi-present ganina during the webinar that other webinars have reached these views. By using Hootsuite, Hootsuite can actually measure the impact of your social media campaigns through comprehensive reporting. That means you will be able to identify your social media reach, no, your social media, how many posts that you have, how many people your social media right now or this webinar has reached. And so we need to take note of the social analytics of our campaign, because some institutions are paying to boost their advertisements. Naman tayo boosting. So we spent money. And so, sakto ba, na ba tayo ROI, no? Or kung ikaw, you are online selling, you want to create your page already, you want to boost it, maybe you need to really look into your social analytics so that you will know how many people have been reached, no, because of your announcement. So when you're planning to make use of Hootsuite, Hootsuite is available, no, in professional, team, or in business. Of course, no, you need to pay, especially if you want to choose the premium. But I believe that it is also very much good to invest in this one because it will really help us save time to manage our social media plan. Another tool that we have is this Buffer. Actually, Buffer and Hootsuite, most likely they have the same features. They allow you to manage your social media networks, to schedule the posts, to monitor, and also to give you social analytics. So if you are really interested, you can explore on these tools. We have also here some testimonials on how these tools have made sharing their stories and building their brand on social media much easier. So remember that aside from providing good content and using the right social media platforms, we need to make use of social media management system or social media management tools for us to be productive. And so for us to really identify how do you stand out. So this is now our question, okay? So after hearing all those points, take this, put this into the context right now of schools having online and having online enrollment, and having, especially for private schools, that there are a lot of private schools right now who are closing. And maybe the idea there is that our enrollees could be the trend right now, maybe because of the pandemic, is that our enrollees would be decreasing. And so we need to be more visible online. Ikaw, nag-post ka diha sa imong Facebook regarding your online enrollment, pero wala di ay na-reach sa imong mga estudyante or sa inyong target audience. Therefore, you need to stand out so that our audience would consume our content. And so how do we stand out? Let's try to recap everything out of the 7 key terms that I specified to you. Number 1, recap, it's quality over quantity. Okay? Quality over quantity matters with followers. Remember, it is social media essence aside from social media presence. If our followers will grow, it doesn't always mean engagement. Okay? Increasing legitimate followers would help us grow our audience. But it is increasing our engagement that would help us grow our brand and our community. So if we already have 6,000 likes, if you stop posting, of course, your engagement will also decrease. Your brand and your community, your visibility would also decrease. So you need to have social media essence, instead of social media presence more than anything else. Second is that we need to use images to showcase your services or products when you share. That means when you say something, when you tell a story, you need to provide some images. You need to make use of some photos. Example, in one of my engagement outside, when we invite people to join our leadership trainings, we make use of photos. This is from the Cool Adventure Camp Center of Leaders. And when we actually invite people to join our program to be held in this KAC, we actually give to them the photo, the experience, images. Third is that don't sweep negative comments under the rug. And I want to emphasize this one. We need to have a very good customer service. When parents, when students are asking us something in our social media messenger, for example, in FB Messenger, we need to address them. We need to answer our clientele politely. Because again, these negative comments can be easily, if we were be able to rug them off, kung ato ni silang malditahan pod in our response, pretty sure it's very easy to narrate all those narratives. Maldita ta or dili ta friendly, We need to accommodate everybody. We need to be more patient. We need to answer queries and comments politely, respectfully, and always remember that they are wasting their time for us. And so it's always our engagement, even if it's a negative comment. We need to be appealing to them, charismatic. Fourth, grab attention in your posts with humor, but be sure to know your audience well. Okay? Knowing our audience would help us identify the best social media plan. Kung senior high school ta, kung private school ta, public school ta, unsa man ato mga target audience, we need to know them, and then we can also inject humor in our announcements. Maybe Cebu Barter community, daghan kayo humor diha nga mga posts. Usahay na introduction nga barter since gibuwagan ko sa akong uyab, since my partner actually ghosted me, I am selling this ring that he gave to me. Humor kayo. And the community, Cebu Barter community, kung nakabantay mo, these kind of posts in Cebu Barter community are the ones who have the most number of reach. So daghang kayo ang na-entertain, no? Because the audience there are in barter, for barter. So we need to inject humor as well. Fifth is, good content is always the best way to attract your audience. Again, good content is always the best way to attract your audience. I'm not telling we have the best content, but for us lang, what we did is at some point we are putting into our minds in USJ-R Senior High School some of those tips and tricks. So we are consistent with our infographics, and also we are providing at some point good content. So we are doing our best to achieve that one. And at some point, it works. It helps increase our audience. The sixth one is that when it comes to social media, it's important to change with times. Remember that what won't change online is people's intention to network, people's intention to be social. Can you imagine, 73 million Filipinos are active social media users. How much more right now with the pandemic that we have? Our screen time is really increasing. That means that people are not becoming more online. So we also need, for us to stand out, we need to change with times. Example, let's eat by community. This community has been controversial because of a certain policy, that they are about to implement, and then people are talking about it. People are planning to boycott it. People are trying to express their sentiments. But what's the good thing about it is that this community, Let's Eat By, also listen. They change. They change with times. They change the policy. 24 hours after that policy, they change it. So, or they blend, they become flexible about the students, about the audience responses. And that's also on our case, in terms of our social media strategy. We can change through times. And lastly is that social media automation is a great tool. You can make use of those management tools that I presented to you. We can make use of those LMS maybe that your schools are partnering with. You can make use of those Hootsuite or Buffer in terms of your information. Your social media pages, Facebook pages, you can actually have automated response, because that's very common. Automated response every time our students, our stakeholders would message us. But remember to not overdo it. Kasi pasabot ana, we need to personalize. Personalization is also the key in social media, because that's how you will stand out. So for example, I started a challenge, but wala na ako na natiwas. Akong 30-minute challenge, akong 30 days challenge, but I actually also changed my strategy. My goal is to have 30 videos na lang than to have it consecutively 30 days. I am creating some educational videos, very novice lang siya, but I am calling it Education Minute, because I want to focus on education as my advocacy. So I'm doing it as an Education Minute. I'm not telling you that this is very known, but personally lang, I have been applying in my personal branding what I learned as well on my experience. And so there's a lot to think about. Just remember lang yun what I have been giving to you. There are a lot of things to think about it. Maybe you are already overloaded, but here's the good news, when you will be able to consider this one from time to time, and then I do believe that your social media essence would be improved. Remember, our goal here is social media essence, more than just social media presence. And I guess that would help us on our initiatives. Personally, even way back in college, I have been engaged into a lot of campaigns, mga educational campaigns, projects, community projects. We usually We usually organize donation campaigns. Even right now, we have our existing donation campaign for our students who do not have technologies to be used or materials to be used. I am initiating Project Escuela. Project Escuela, this one here on the rightmost part, bottom part. I am initiating Project Escuela to help our selected public school students to have some media tools, ICT tools they need in their education learning. And we were able to raise already in 1 week 13,600. Wala ko yung muhatag na to 13,000, no? But that's a small amount of money. And knowing the pandemic that we have, there are people who are still really willing to give money. I do believe social media is that powerful, is really used effectively. And I think these projects here would tell you that when you use social media, it can also really make a difference in what you are doing right now, no? And also in your personal brand. So for those online seller here, do not be afraid to post something in social media about your brand, but provide good content, no? Waste the time of your audience properly. Also, I have been running pages. I am one of the administrators, social media managers of the following pages. No, and I do believe that the people I've worked with, by using those knowledge, no, and tips that we have, we are at some point increasing our reach. Personally, I have my personal page. O, diba? I am using this platform to invite you already or maximizing this one. I have my personal page. It's called Teacher Stories. Kung ano ni siya, it's just mga month old pa lang. But my advocacy here, my what I'm doing here is that I am providing opportunities for teachers, all mga free webinars, all free trainings, and all opportunities that I see in social media. I constantly share it on this page so that people who are following this page are aware as well of the education opportunities that are coming. So you can actually follow or like this page. It's called Teacher Stories. No, this is my personal page. No, so you can actually do that. And of course, no, remember this one. If you make your customers unhappy in the physical world, they might each tell 6 friends. No? So kanang atong mga namalditahan, pagpa-enroll, no, musulti na sila sa ato nato, makasulti na sila sa ilang friends, up to 6 friends. But if you make your stakeholders, customers, no, audience unhappy on the internet, they can each tell 6,000 friends or even more. That's how easy it is to be bashed on social media. But remember, that is also how easy it is to be promoted on social media. So we need to make our customers happy on our content. So therefore, remember this one, this last statement. Remember that social media is just a buzzword until you come up with a plan. No? So, and I hope that you are able to gain something about my sharing. And if you want to get social with me more, if you want to communicate with me and contact me and also work, no, with our education advocacies, please get in touch with me in Facebook, in Twitter, and in Instagram. I also have my YouTube account, it's Teacher Stories, and in LinkedIn. And I promise you that we will be reaching out to each other, no, all for our students. And if you are also interested to read more about the sharings that I have, you can make use of the following references. These are the references of my sharing to you. And that would give me to my last take note. Always remember to cite sources whenever you are posting something in social media. So that's all, and I hope that you learned something.
Thank you so much, Sir Nico, for that very insightful talk. I think that many of our social media users now would be able to really maximize and utilize the power of social media and waste each other's time well.
Yes.
Sir Nico, for that. This time, at this point in time, I'd like to, if you have questions, kindly please chat your questions here in Zoom or probably via Facebook Live if you have questions. But as we are waiting for the questions, let's get ready first for our 2 trivia questions. And again, please prepare your GCash for we are giving away 100 pesos worth of GCash load or money. So, first question, are you ready? This question is for our Facebook Live viewers. Are you ready, Facebook Live? I'd like to ask the assistance of my co-teachers who are watching via Facebook Live to please help me identify the winner for this first question. First question is from our first speaker. It is an interactive online presentation tool that was introduced to us by our speaker earlier, which enables students to doodle or to answer questions or follow instructions in real time. I think we did that earlier as a demo. Anybody? What application is that? Anyone who answered in Facebook? Okay, so I'll just take the answer of one of our Zoom viewers. We have Miss Charito Labang. Hi, ma'am, you won. Since nobody answered or nobody gave me an answer from Facebook Live, so I'll take the answer of Ma'am Charito Labang. Please message our what do you call this? Our COE hallway page with your name and your GCash account number. Since we already have one answer from Zoom, I think let's just see who would be able to answer the next question first, since I don't want to waste time by waiting. No, so let's just see who will be able to answer this first. Probably from Zoom or FB Live. Just answer first. The next question is from the talk of the second speaker, Mr. Koyoka. So the question is, what are the 3 P's of social media communications? Again, what are the 3 P's of social media communications? Okay, so we have another answer from Miss Anna Cheryl Yu. The answer is push, pull, and profile. Is that correct, Sir Nico?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so we have a winner, Ma'am Cheryl Yu. Please message the COE hallway page so that and give your GCash account number, please. Thank you. So we are done with our trivia questions. And congratulations to all our winners, to the 2 winners. This time, if there are questions, anyone? We have one question actually here. I'd like to acknowledge this question, but he wants to remain anonymous. So the question is, what if some of our students don't have gadgets at home? What tools can we give them? I think this question is to be answered by Sir Montano. Sir Montano, are you with us? The question is, what if some of our students don't have gadgets at home? What tools can we give them?
Hello, Ma'am Chin. Okay. So,
For a while, Sir Montano.
hello, Ma'am Chin.
Yes. Yes.
What tools? In physical education, nobody will be left behind. It is very important to give alternative mode of assessments to our students with no connectivity, students with connectivity and full access to the internet. So with students with no access, somehow we can give them reflective journals, fitness plan, food log, or learning modules for students. That's all, Ma'am Chin.
Thank you so much, Sir Montano, for that. Next question. Again, if you have other questions for Sir Montano regarding the technological tools that he has presented earlier, or probably you want more tools, actually he has more tools that he'd like to share, but he had limited time. So you can actually message him and ask him for more tools. We have the next question is for Sir Nico. The question is from Sir Roland Reyes. His question is, this is really a prevalent issue that the teacher has full responsibility. So what can you suggest, Sir Koyoka, in order to minimize this?
What issue, ma'am?
Yes, is Sir Roland in Facebook Live with us? Probably, sir, the question means the teachers are have to take full responsibility, if I'm correct, because
Okay, I think yeah, siguro, the question maybe, no, is with the advent of social media right now, our students also, we need to have the responsibility of informing our students how to use it efficiently and effectively right now, no? Um, I always think lang that as teachers, we have the influence really in social media. And as educators, we do not stop being a teacher by just the four corners of our wall, but everywhere we go, we are teachers. And so as teachers, we can make use really of our influence in social media, not basically to somehow, no, not basically to let other people really side with our what we believe in, but just to be responsible social media users, to be critical thinkers. I guess that's our goal, more importantly, to help really our students become more critical, critical thinking, because if our students are thinking critically, and then I'm pretty sure that they will be able to consume the right media, the right content, share the right content. And I guess that's it. We need to teach more of our kids critical thinking, because if that certain competency is really mastered, I'm pretty sure there's no problem really in social media management. And I would also like to add lang, I've mentioned the business case in Facebook. It's about wasting time. That is something that we need to think, no? But basically, if people trusted you already, it is not already a waste of time. It becomes already their precious time. So that's it. And hopefully we can encourage more of our students to be more critical online.
thank you so much for that answer. I hope that we have Sir Nico has answered your question, Sir Roland. If you're still watching via Facebook Live, I hope that you have all learned from all our speakers this evening. At this point in time, I'd like to call one of our faculty members in the physical education department to give us an advertisement or probably a preview of our next webinar session. I'd like to call Mr. John Hector Obando. Good evening, Sir John.
Good evening, Miss Chinny. And good evening, everyone. So, in behalf of USJ-R College of Education, I would like to invite each one of you to still join us for our next webinar session this coming June 26, 2020 at 7 o'clock Philippine Standard Time. The webinar is all about data presentation, do's and don'ts, and experimental research designs and threats to validity. It will be facilitated by USJR College Research Coordinator and Publisher, Mr. Engelbert P. Reyes, and a special science teacher at Philippine Science High School, and a Master of Science in Statistics, Mr. Jonathan Madronero. So, what are you waiting for? Register now. Let us make our quarantine days a fruitful one. Thank you and adelante.
Thank you so much, Sir John, for that. Again, the next webinar series, actually, that Sir John has mentioned to us now, will be our last webinar session for the months of May to June. So I hope that you'd be able to still stay with us, no, for this particular webinar session. Ladies and gentlemen, right now I'd like to call our Dean of the College of Education to give us a synthesis and a closing remarks for this particular session. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you Dr. Justoni Babia. Good evening, Sir
Hi, good evening, Miss Chini, and good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for staying once again for our seventh webinar series, and then third series for the month of June. And so the entire session for this evening is actually talking about a very essential question. And this question is, why do we really need to boost student engagement? And why technology and social media management tools are really essential in the new normal? And perhaps that's really a very essential question that really captures every teacher in the 21st century, and at the same time, teachers who are now experiencing this pandemic. And so our session for today is actually guided with the domains of ICT that is being designed by the Commission in Higher Education. And the ICT competencies are intended for pre-service teachers. And let us try to look into if whether these competencies have really matched with the preparation that we are doing with our pre-service teachers, and at the same time with our in-service teachers. Now, we are all reminded that we need to understand ICT and education. That's what our first speaker have really showed to us, the different technology tools in physical education. But not only that, no? We have discovered that these tools are not only for PE, but also for different courses and different programs from basic education to tertiary education or even in graduate education. We are also encouraged to look and review our curriculum assessment, our pedagogy, and of course the technology tools where our session really fits for tonight, and the organization and administration, our teacher professional learning, and teacher disposition. And with these domains of ICT competencies for pre-service teacher as our guide, then we come to realize that our first speaker shared various technology tools in teaching physical education classes. And of course, these tools can also be used as a leverage for other programs and services. And our speaker have shared to us a very nice quotation that talks about how to become more creative in order to build a lot of connections and how to use these connections in order to challenge content and utilize this content in order to house more creativity. And speaking of creativity, it was also very overwhelming when we knew about our second speaker that creativity really, really matters. And this creativity can actually be reflected on how responsible are we in terms of utilizing different social media tools and social media platforms that we can actually integrate in a different teaching and learning process. And we have learned from our speaker that quality over quantity, good content, and time are essential, and all these really matters in order for us to become more meaningful, no? In our daily engagement and integration of these technology tools to our teaching and learning process. And this integration of social media, where we can use not only in our academic engagements in the classroom, face-to-face interaction with our students, but also we can use this in different life platforms such as business, such as relationship building, and many other things. And we've also learned from our speaker that to achieve all this, we always have to ensure that we manage, and we market good content and tools to achieve the quality education that we desire in the new normal, and we can create a better future for our children, our students, and the future generations to come. So with that, I wish to thank you all for joining and hope to see you in our next webinar series. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Sir Justoni. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to again thank you for being with us. Still, even if it's already late, we thank you so much for supporting our webinar series, our Learn at Home webinar series. And I'd like to, before I end this night, I'd like to give an announcement regarding your certificates. There is again a link posted in our COE hallway page. Please make sure that you input correct details and provide alternate email address probably, so that you'd be able to receive your certificates, no, so that we'll not have any problems. Yes, sir.
Chini,
Yes, sir, Bob.
are you still there?
Yes, sir, Bob.
Chini? Huh?
Yes, sir, Bob, yeah. I can hear you, sir. Yes, sir, Bob. Probably Sir Bobby has an important announcement. So let's see what he has to say to all of us. Yes, Sir Bob?
Yes, Chini?
Yeah. We can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay, sorry. Was I lost a while ago, or? Sorry. It's okay. Thank you.
Okay, Sir Bob. I thought that you have additional announcements. Okay. So again, for tonight, I'd like to thank you again, and those who haven't subscribed in our YouTube channel, kindly please search USJ-R College of Education in YouTube, so that you can also rewatch our previous sessions, and you can still watch this particular session as well. And thank you so much to our subscribers in YouTube. Please subscribe. And again, ladies and gentlemen, the link for the certificate is already available. Please input correct information so that you'd be able to receive your certificates without any problems. This has been Miss Chini. Life is beautiful. Let's just adapt to the changes that we are experiencing now, with a joyful heart still and a thankful heart. No? So let's all be happy and adapt. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Stay healthy and good night.
They say college life is the best part of your life. But where are you going to spend your college life at? Here in the University of San Jose Recoletos, you can feel at home. Here, you're not just a student, you're family.
Studying for your bachelor's degree has never been more fun, right? With the memories that you'll surely make with your best friends along the way.
And the winner is contestant number 4.
You can make your college life the best part of your life here at the University of San Jose Recoletos.
We inspire, and that's not all. We believe in quality Christian community-oriented education. We transform our lives and transform others. Here at USJ-R, we have over 12 colleges and departments. We have a diverse range of students coming from different parts of the country and the world.
Now you know where you're going to spend your college life at, but what's going to be the best degree program for you?
The College of Engineering offers high-quality training and high-tech facilities. So, if you're looking for a stable engineering career after graduation, It's easy at USJ-R.
Wow! The College of Information, Computer and Communication Technology has innovativeness at heart, with its students winning national awards for the best smartphone apps. The future is truly now at CICCP.
The College of Nursing is equipped with advanced facilities to give you a feel of the real world. The service-oriented trainings in USJ-R make our nursing graduates in demand.
Education graduates from USJ-R go on to make an impact and positive changes in the society. You too can soon make an important difference to the lives of your future students.
Discover new horizons in the different fields of knowledge and maximize your skills in communication in the College of Arts and Sciences.
USJ-R's College of Commerce leads by example by consistently producing top-notchers in board exams. With high-quality training, your keen sense of good business practices will help you become successful in the business industry.
But it's definitely more fun in USJ-R because there's so much more that you can do. And get a scholarship doing what you love.
Whether you're in engineering or nursing, you can still have time for your favorite hobbies. You can dance, sing, write, and serve, and become an athlete. You also get scholarships if your grades meet the requirements. USJ-R also offers the Reed Scholarships for working students.
Because in USJ-R, we believe in our values to inspire others in the face of adversity. We put God in the center of everything that we do by helping others and answering the call to serve, by being thoughtful and truthful in the things we do, by going beyond our limitations, and by being the best versions of ourselves for the best of our community.
In USJ-R, college life is more than just studying.
It's definitely going to be the best part of your life.
Because in USJ-R,
we inspire. Adelante!